Welcome back to my Cincinnati Bengals franchise here on Madden 20. Today it's going to be episode number 18, and the last episode, sadly enough, we did not make the playoffs. We lost by 1. It came down to a game-winning field goal that Randy Bullock could not make. He got iced, he got nervous, I don't know what happened, but he ended up missing it, and as a result, we are out of the playoffs. But before I get too deep into this episode, if you guys are new around here and are enjoying this series, or just enjoy this episode in general, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. It'd be really cool if you can come back for my next upload. But today I have probably the most exciting episode, honestly, yet. I love drafting, I love the offseason. I feel like a lot of you guys feel the same way. Usually these are the best received episodes in a lot of these series, even amongst other YouTubers, honestly. But let's go over the stats here. I definitely want to talk about the stats. I'm not going to try to, take too much time talking about the stats because I really just want to get into changing this team around. But anyway, we finished 3rd in the division, 8-8. This entire division was all very close. The Browns 10-6, of course, because they beat us last week. The Ravens 8-8. The Steelers 7-9. I can show you guys the schedule. It might say I played the last game twice, and if you guys watched that episode, it's because at the end of the game, during that last kick, the kick meter was gone. I was told that if you leave the game and come back, the kick meter returns, and that's what happened. So I decided to do that. I don't think it shouldn't say I played. Why does it say I played these twice? I don't know why it says that, but I mean, why would I cheat in the preseason? It should say I played every other game once, but here's a look at the schedule. We started off with a really nice win against the Seahawks. That was a super close game. Then got destroyed. Then beat the Bills. Then lost 3 straight. Beat the Jaguars, which I didn't really expect to win. Lost to the Rams, which I should not have lost. I blew that lead so badly. Went on a huge streak of 40-plus points a game there. That was pretty nice. Then lost 2, beat the Dolphins, and then, like I said, it says I played this twice, but I just explained why. No forced wins or anything like that, though, because I'm not trying to cheat in this series. But we lost by 1 that last game in a heartbreaker. It was very close. But let's check out these stats and see who won some awards. Andy Dalton ended up with 4,900 yards. See, you would look at the yards and be like, that's a great season. But then you look at how many touchdowns and interceptions he threw. 26 touchdowns, 28 interceptions. Not a good season, but a ton of yards. Joe Mixon had 1,864 yards, right? Again, you look at this face value, fantastic season. But then you look over 14 fumbles. One of those fumbles very costly last week, as it, I think, resulted in an immediate touchdown. I think just on the return. Also, we got 6 touchdowns from Rodney Anderson, who actually, ran pretty well when we needed him to. Only 2.7 yards per carry, but he also came in a lot of goal line packages. AJ Green was very obviously our best receiver. 76 catches, 1,617 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd, more of a, I guess, the more possession receiver on this team if you just look at receptions alone. 1,100 yards for him, only 4 touchdowns. Tyler Eifert gets 5 touchdowns. John Ross gets 3. He actually had a really good, average yards per reception number. So did AJ Green, of course, but 19.5, 21.5, both pretty good there. Also, Drew Sample came on pretty strongly at the end of the season. Stanley Morgan also contributed pretty well. Mason Schreck even caught a touchdown. Let's go. This is where it gets really ugly. Okay, so Bobby Hart was horrible, absolutely horrible. Billy Price really wasn't good either. I kind of want to keep him starting though, but I just, 20 sacks. Jonah Williams wasn't great in his rookie year either, but Will Hernandez was good. He was actually very good. Cordy Glenn was very good. So those guys could still start next year. I kind of want to move on from Cordy Glenn, but I'll figure something out. But those guys are definitely the best offensive linemen on the team. But then the best part probably of the entire, I feel like of these entire stats, the nuttiest part is probably on the defense here. So Jermaine Pratt, 139 tackles. That has to be near number 1 in the NFL. Tackle for loss numbers, we had a ton. 20 for Jermaine Pratt, 19 for Preston Brown. I didn't even use Preston Brown much. A lot of that was just on the computer. And then Sean Williams, Malik Jefferson, Carl Lawson each got 13. And then these sack numbers, man. Geno Atkins breaks the record for sacks in a season. He gets 23, right? The previous record, 22, 22.5. 9.5 there for Carl Lawson, 6.5 for Sam Hubbard, 6 for Jermaine Pratt. Another record breaker. Jermaine Pratt, 16 picks, averaging 1 per game. Just a stupid number of interceptions. 8 for Preston Brown is even ridiculous. 3 for William Jackson is still good. 2 for Darqueze Dennard and J.C. Jackson. 1 for Jesse Bates and Clayton Fejedelem. Clayton Fejedelem only had 12 tackles, but somehow got an interception. We have a bunch of defensive touchdowns. We got 4 for Jermaine Pratt. I don't know what the record on that is, to be honest. 1 for Preston Brown. Honestly, safeties, 3 feels like a good number as well. That's probably nowhere near the record, but who knows. 2 for Darqueze Dennard, 1 for Preston Brown and Sean Williams. I don't think we blocked a kick. Yeah, we did not. Forced fumbles, we don't have a ton of these. I mean, I guess that's a decent number. So we got 6, 7, 8 forced fumbles. Not many recovered, to be honest. We only recovered 2 of them. But let me just check out these NFL records here, right? Myles Garrett actually beats the record this year, too. He gets 24. Are you kidding me? Geno Atkins doesn't even have time to shine here. That's actually kind of really funny. And then defensive interceptions. I mean, Jermaine Pratt, 16. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Beats the record. So let's check out these yearly awards. MVP goes to Mitchell Trubisky. All right. Not a Bengal in sight here, but that's fair. Phillip Rivers, the Offensive Player of the Year. Joe Mixon, though, at number 7. Don't think he deserved that one. He had 14 fumbles. I guess they don't value fumbles very highly. Jermaine Pratt, though, Defensive Player of the Year. I am so excited to see how many experience points he ended up getting. Preston Brown at number 4. Geno Atkins at number 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Marquise Brown. Rodney Anderson, Drew Sample, though, at 3 and 4. Travion Williams at number 6. Stanley Morgan Jr. at number 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year, none other than Jermaine Pratt. Why would it be anybody else? Best quarterback, Phillip Rivers wins that one. Andy Dalton should not be on this list. I'm actually really glad he's not. At least they take into account interceptions, at least somewhat. Joe Mixon, though, should not have been best running back. He wasn't, like... Okay, he had a lot of yards, but he really wasn't that good. He had fumbled 14 times, dude. You can't win best running back fumbling almost once per game. Best wide receiver, A.J. Green. I can get behind that one, though. Tyler Boyd maybe makes the list, and he does not. Best offensive lineman, Mitchell Schwartz. We should not see a Bengal in here. Maybe, actually, Will Hernandez, I feel like, could have deserved a spot. Best defensive lineman goes to Myles Garrett. Geno Atkins at second, just because Myles Garrett had one more sack. Best linebacker, Jermaine Pratt, of course. Preston Brown right behind him. Best defensive back, Tashawn Gibson. Nobody from the Bengals. Best kicker, Justin Tucker. Randy Bullock is in there at number 6. Okay, I will take it. Also, let's check out Coach of the Year. Might as well, right? Let's see where we ranked, if we even ranked. Probably not, to be honest. The Bengals coach. Are we in this? I don't think we are. Okay, just checking. I don't think an 8-8 team should really be on there, but and boy, Shram guy almost made it. Now, this is going to be very fun. Actually, I'm going to look at this during the Super Bowl week, because that's when all of the experience points are given out. So I will simulate to the Super Bowl. I don't think it matters all that much what happens in the playoffs here. I'll just let you guys know who wins the Super Bowl this year. Actually, the more I think about it, let me stop in the Pro Bowl. Let's check out these Pro Bowl rosters. We probably have a good number of players in it. I'm not going to play the Pro Bowl. I honestly don't care. Joe Mixon is the number 1 running back. Ethan Carter, number 2 fullback. A.J. Green, number 2 wide receiver. We don't have a tight end in there. Do we have any offensive linemen? We do not. We should have the first defensive tackle, and we do. Carlos Dunlap is the second. That's actually hilarious. We traded him off earlier in the season, of course. But Jermaine Pratt, the first left outside linebacker. No Preston Brown in here. Interesting. No cornerbacks from our team. No safeties from our team. We have the kicker and the punter, and we also have the punt returner. Okay, we have a good number of players in there. Let's go. Now, the Saints and the Browns are in the Super Bowl. All right, so before I actually send by the week, I'm going to spend my actually scouting points. And also, let's check out these experience points. I am so excited to see these numbers. And also, did anybody go up in development? We have Joe Mixon being a superstar now. That's phenomenal. Nobody else went up in dev. I was hoping Tyler Boyd maybe would become an X Factor. That would have been really cool. Jonah Williams also has star. It's finally revealed. It took the entire season. But for those of you who didn't know, he has star development. Drew Sample did not go up. Do I have auto upgrades on? No, I shouldn't have auto upgrades on. It makes sense. I've been spending them throughout the season, so we don't have a ton just yet. But Jermaine Pratt should have a good number. Also should go up in dev. Jermaine Pratt has 8. He went up in dev to star. Anybody else? Carl Lawson, I believe, was always a star. I think Sam Hubbard was as well. I think everybody here was their same development. I'm surprised Preston Brown didn't go up. What does he have to do to get a dev upgrade, man? He had 8 interceptions. I don't think I'm missing anybody. I'm pretty sure this is... I'm pretty sure Sam Hubbard had star. I think he did. But Jermaine Pratt has 8, dude. I'm excited to spend those. I will get into that at some point. But let me scout here. The Saints are going to win 31-30. Such a close Super Bowl there. Now we can bring back some players. Right, Dwayne Smoot, I don't think I'm going to bring back. Shaquem Griffin is a player I am interested in, though. Charles Tapper, same thing goes for him. Steven Denmark, I definitely want. AJ Green, I think I'm going to tag. How much money do we have? I want AJ Green back on the team. We have $60 million. Yes, I am tagging AJ Green. Let me just make sure I get that out of the way. I want him for one more year. Even though he's an 87, I like him on this team a lot. He is still so good. Darqueze Dennard, I do not want. Andrew Billings, I don't think I want. Actually, hold on. Darqueze Dennard, how much do you want? That's not too much. I kind of want to sign him and trade him, to be honest, because I can probably trade him in the draft. I might go that route, but sign him in free agency. I can probably get him for cheaper. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Andrew Billings, how much do you want, man? I mean, I'm good with drafting defensive tackles. I don't think I really want Andrew Billings. A lot of these guys, I don't really want that much. Ethan Carter is a pretty good fullback, though. Honestly, yeah, I'm good with keeping Ethan Carter. He was good for us last year. Give him a 3-year deal. Okay, he's accepting that. Hardy Nickerson, I don't really want. Alex Redmond, Jeff Driscoll. Okay, good thing we don't have too many players who I want to bring back. But Shaquem Griffin is definitely one of those guys. Let's give him a 5-year deal. I'm comfortable with him being a Bengal for a very long time. And then Steven Denmark. Definitely want this guy back on the team. See what he can do for us. And he's coming back. Okay, sweet. I don't really want anybody else here. Okay, so we're going to go into free agency. What are we looking for right now, right? So there's a couple positions I would like to draft, of course. But here, I could use an offensive lineman. I can also, afford to draft an offensive lineman. That's for sure. Don't need any wide receivers. Don't need a tight end or anything there on offense. I'm good with Drew Sample. I could use a corner since Darquez Dennard is no longer coming back. The thing is, there's a pretty good corner in the draft, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to take him. We'll have to see what happens. Let's see who's available in free agency, of course, though. Let's advance the week. Also, I could use a middle linebacker, but I think I want to draft one. So, sign some free agents. $40.05 million. The top free agent is Michael Thomas. This is insanely tempting. Dude, I have to go after Michael Thomas, man. This could be so stupid. But, dude, it's Michael Thomas. How do I not? Okay, let me look at some other positions first. I don't need edge right now. I'm actually really comfortable with my edge players. Joe Tooney could be a player I go after. I could play him at right guard instead of Cordy Glenn. Okay, there's some options. There's definitely some options. I need a right tackle. DeMar Dotson is here. But usually, let's see, Jack Conklin is here. Okay, I think Jack Conklin's the guy I want to go with. I may not even have to draft offensive linemen this year if I play this right in free agency. I think I'm going to give Jack Conklin a contract. Obviously, much better, far better than Bobby Hart. You know what? The more I think about it, I kind of want to go after DeMar Dotson. It's for one season, right? If I go after DeMar Dotson, I can easily draft a right tackle, maybe even in this draft, and develop him under DeMar Dotson. I can probably get Dotson for cheaper than I could Jack Conklin. Jack Conklin would be there for the long run, I'm aware. But drafting offensive linemen isn't super difficult. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. I'm very comfortable with going that route. Okay, and now Miles Jack could be nice, right? Devondre Campbell is superstar dev. I could use a corner here. Kendall Fuller is not getting any offers. See, if we're losing Darquez Dennard, we need another slot corner, and Kendall Fuller is a very good slot corner. I'm not going to give him much. I think what I'm going to try to do is draft a cornerback and go that route instead. So I'm not going to give him much at all. All right, this is going to be the contract. $3 million salary, not much signing bonus. I can't afford to give him this much money. Right? $3 million and $3 million. It's 42 points. If he accepts that, awesome. He's on the team. If he doesn't accept it, I can probably find somebody next week who could easily replace him. I'm not too worried. But I think I have to go after Michael Thomas, man. Michael Thomas, AJ Green, and Tyler Boyd on the same team. John Ross can still be a special teamer and just a fourth wide receiver for us. I mean, come on, man. It's Michael Thomas. How do I not do this? I'll go 91 points. Just barely above the Bills. A lot of alliteration there. Just barely above the Bills. I am very comfortable doing that. And let me just check out guard quickly. I don't want to go after Joe Tooney. I don't want to spend that much more money. I got to conserve this at least a little bit. I think I'm okay with who we went after. Jason Peters could be pretty good depth as well, but I'm not gonna give him a contract. Here we go. Let's advance the week. Please tell me I got at least one of these guys. We got Michael Thomas. Oh my God, we got Michael Thomas. That was like the last player I'd expect to be in free agency right now. Dude, this wide receiver core is disgusting. But I think we set this team up very well. Right? Because after this season, AJ Green is probably off the team. Maybe he'll retire. I don't know. But then we have Tyler Boyd, Michael Thomas. Like, Michael Thomas is going to develop into what AJ Green used to be, you know? He's probably already there, to be honest. But good God, we have one of the best receivers in the NFL joining the team. We're not even in need of a wide receiver, but now our wide receiver depth is so good. It's gonna be a great time for whoever plays quarterback for us this upcoming year. Let me just check out the contract situation for the rest of these guys. So Kendall Fuller, I did not expect to get whatsoever. DeMar Dotson, we're still top on. Awesome. So maybe I can either try to draft a corner, or like I mentioned before, you can get a pretty decent corner for relatively cheap down here. Let's see who we can find. Vernon Hargreaves is here. Vernon Hargreaves is not bad. You know, Levi Wallace is down here. Like, I'm good with a lot of these guys down here. I mean, we can get Cravon LeBlanc. It's not a bad slot corner. I think I'm going to go Vernon Hargreaves, though. Let's give him a shot here. Very important time. Very exciting time. The combine grades. Let's go. Also, I should probably point this out. These names are subject to change, right? What I'm probably going to do is name these players, at least a few of them, after subscribers. That's what people have suggested. A lot of people seem like they like that idea. Like Joe Rodriguez. I'm telling you right now, he's the first player I'm targeting. Right? I need to trade up to do so, but he's the first player I'm targeting. Probably won't stay Joe Rodriguez. We'll figure it out. Maybe he will. I might not change everybody. Maybe a couple of these higher guys I'll keep. But Joe Rodriguez or Caleb McKenzie, they both look very good. But Rodriguez is 6'3" and very fast. He's going to probably be my user next year. I'm so excited for it. But we don't have good draft picks. We have the 16th and the 18th. I'm going to have to ship some stuff off to get like a top 3 draft pick to get him. But let me sift through the draft board here and see what we can find. All right, we are advancing the week here, and did we get DeMar Dotson? We got Vernon Hargreaves, did not get Kendall Fuller. That's fine. DeMar Dotson, are we still the top contract? We are no longer the top contract. I'm not going after DeMar Dotson for that much money, though. I'm just gonna draft a right tackle at some point. Hopefully, if I can't, we're gonna have to figure something out, man. I'm gonna have to draft an offensive lineman somewhere here, and he can probably play our right tackle. Okay, so I'm looking at a couple of these other players, right? Just checking out who's here. And Desmond Bowman has 4.26 speed. Oh, this is a game changer. I honestly may have to trade for another first-round draft pick. I'm not even lying. Oh my god. Okay, this guy also... Okay. This is going to be a fun draft. I cannot wait to get this started. Alright, it is time. We are entering the draft. Okay, so... Right? I'm going to have to trade up. And we're going to have to figure out what we're going to have to trade up for and, you know, who we're going to have to trade up with. So let me just explain something, right? This isn't supposed to be the most realistic franchise of all time. I'm doing this mainly, obviously, like all for entertainment. So trading up, I think, is going to make the series better in the long run. If you guys don't like the realism for it, I apologize. But I truly think this will make the episodes a lot better. Because I could just wait until my pick and then get like a bunch of 72s. But like, who cares, right? Or I could take early picks and potentially get an 80, maybe a high 79. Like, I don't think this middle linebacker is going to be that high of an overall. But his dev could be phenomenal. Because he won the Heisman, you know? So, I think because of that, I'm going to trade up to number 1 overall and take this guy. I think you guys can understand. I truly do. Should we give them Andy Dalton, though? That's the question. Andy Dalton would clear up so much cap. He wasn't good for us last year. And I want to draft a new quarterback anyway. Honestly, I think the only logical option is giving them Andy Dalton if they want him. And they want Andy Dalton. How close is this? Okay. We just need to add something else to this trade, and we can probably get it to go through. I love the wide receiver depth on this team, so I'm going to try to ship off Alex Erickson as well. I'm good with him not being on the team anymore, and then I probably can't get a random player they're interested in. Oh, that messes up their cap. Okay, I probably have to go draft pick then. Let's go... potentially a next year draft pick. I don't want to give much up this year. I can try to get one of these back next year. Let's try a future third. Andy Dalton and a future third for the first pick. Okay, didn't work. Let's try that future third and this running back. That did work. Running backs are like randomly really valuable. I don't know why, but we traded up to number 1. Again, I apologize if you guys weren't about that. But trust me when I say it's going to make this series a lot better. Okay, if you're looking for the most realistic series of all time, this is probably not where you're going to find it. I traded a bunch of players already, so, I mean, I'm just saying. But here with the number 1 overall pick, going with the Heisman winner, Joe Rodriguez. He's the fastest middle linebacker in the class. 6'3", the strongest middle linebacker in the class. Supposed to go mid-first round. He's probably like a 72. But I'm really banking on the fact he has a great development trait. This is also after the development trait patch thing has been in effect, right? So here we go. He's a 74. Better than I thought he was going to be. But this is the important part. What are his stats? 86 speed with being 6'3". Okay, 80 tackling, 71 block shed, 74 zone coverage, dude. He can cover very well. 76 hit power, 83 pursuit, 83 acceleration. This guy is phenomenal. And I am super excited to use him. And honestly, I feel like I need to trade up for that corner. I don't know if I can justify it, man. We just signed Vernon Hargraves, dude. I feel like you guys are going to hate me if I don't take this guy. He ran a 4.26. But honestly, I think there are other positions I need more than a corner right now. The Cardinals go Heath Yankee and he's an 80? Oh no. I guess I should have went that guy. Let's see, if that corner is not taken by pick 10. Maybe even pick 5. Let's see. Okay, he's a 79. Oh my god, I should have done it. I should have done it. But now we are in a massive need for a quarterback, and I'm sort of worried the Giants might take one. I'm going to see if I can get their first overall pick. Their first round pick. Let's try to give him number 18. And then potentially a defensive tackle. Who do we have? Reynold Wren I like. I actually like him a lot. Jordan Willis I also like. Okay, so that probably can't happen. This team actually may need Sean Williams at free safety. That's going to be the move. I'm changing Sean Williams to a free safety, and we're going to give him to the Giants. They are interested in Sean Williams. Can I just do that? I wonder. No. Didn't think so. I'm going to give him the 18th overall pick as well. That should work. And it's going to work. Let's go. So we have a lot of options here, to be honest. But I think probably the best option is to go quarterback. To go quarterback. Because we need a quarterback. We absolutely need one now that Andy Dalton is gone. So this is probably a stupid pick. I am like fully aware of that. But John Kraft, welcome to the team. He's a 73 with hidden, right? Okay. Please be like superstar. He's ranked 12th. We took him at number 4. How fast is he? This is important. 86 throw power, 82 deep, 78 medium, 82 short, 86 speed. Okay, this guy, very obviously, the quarterback of the future. I am so excited for that. I don't think I'm trading up anymore. I think we're just going to straight up simulate now. So I'm going to go pick by pick for a little while. Kirk Ward goes, number 5. Caleb McKenzie, the other middle linebacker, so we definitely made the right choice. At least overall-wise, made the right choice. The Dolphins go with Deshaun Pearson, that other corner. He's a 74 overall. The Rams, Gary Eckel. He was one of the top players on my board, to be honest, as well, but I thought we needed other positions a little bit more. I actually intended on going offensive line in the first round, but he was the only good first-round offensive lineman, and I didn't end up getting him. The Raiders go Ashley Spann at tight end, and the Steelers go Edward Harrison. Okay, I'm going to simulate to my pick. Number 16 overall. Who is still available? Okay, there's a right outside linebacker who I really do not want. There's a right end. There's still a defensive tackle, Edward Dawkins. I think Edward Dawkins is the pick. Good lord, how did that guy fall? Edward Dawkins, dude. It's between him and Tracy Payne. 35 bench press reps, 4.83 speed. 4.72 speed, 35. Dude, it has to be Edward Dawkins. He's a 78 overall, ranked 2nd. We took him number 16. 89 strength, 76 block shed, 84 finesse, 81 speed. Dude, he's gonna... Oh my god. He is going to be the next Geno Atkins for us, and I'm so excited. The next pick isn't until the 2nd round, and I am praying that free safety is available. Please. You're supposed to go late. Be available. Oh, thank God he's available. The strong safety is not, but let me just check out everybody else before I make the decision. Okay, I'm not even looking anywhere else. Has to be this free safety. Ron Fletcher. I was actually probably the most excited to draft this guy the entire time. He looked so good from the beginning. His speed isn't insane, right? But great agility, great strength, great acceleration, good top 3 skills. He's now probably going to be our new strong safety, even though he's a free safety. Welcome. 76. Let's go. Dude, this draft is going so well. 88 speed isn't even bad, but 94 excel. Dude, he is going to roam so well for us. He has 80 hit power. He can easily play strong safety. Maybe Jesse Bates can slide over. I don't know. But I am extremely excited for this guy to start. Actually, his coverages aren't that great. I'd rather him play strong. But let's go, man. This draft, I think, is off to like a perfect start. Okay, so in the third round, we have a bunch of players scouted. And I think it's smart to go offensive line now, finally. I think Steve McKinley will probably be the draft pick, but let's just look through everybody just to be safe. Yeah, okay, so it definitely looks like Steve McKinley will be the pick. I'm probably also going to go after Bubba McKnight. Late 4th rounder. We have the 16th pick in the 3rd round. We can definitely get him in the 3rd round. I really hope we can at least. But for now, just in case we can't get McKnight, we are going Steve McKinley. Obviously, like I mentioned, I keep saying all these players' names, even though they are subject to change. But out of Mississippi State, power left tackle, welcome to the team. A 69 overall. All right, nice. Hidden dev trait, though. 86 strength, 77 run, 77 pass, 80 lead, 76 run block finesse. A great backup to Jonah Williams. I am very comfortable with that draft pick. So now mid-pick in the 3rd round, I think I'm going with that other left tackle, and he'll probably slide to right tackle because there's no chance I'm having Bobby Hart start again. That's all I'm saying. Bubba McKnight, honestly, also one of my favorite players that I've seen in this draft class. I've wanted this guy from the start. I was just hoping he had a good combine, and boom, 41 reps. Welcome to the team. I feel like I can't change this name. Bubba McKnight, it's too perfect. 71 overall, normal dev. Okay. Not the best development trait, but man, is he strong. 93 strength, 74 run, 79 pass, 73 run block power, 80 run block finesse, 81 lead. So one of these left tackles we drafted is playing right tackle this year. My next pick isn't until the 5th round, so I don't really expect anybody to be here. I do actually have one player on my draft board who I really want to pick, who might still be here. Let's see. And he is still here. It's this guy, because he ran a 4.36. I feel like that's always just worth picking up. So, Braden Sherwood, Austin Session, or Raphael Rowe. I think Raphael Rowe will be the selection. He's going to be a horrible wide receiver, but he can fly. He can probably be a kick returner. What's his 3-cone and stuff? Ooh, actually not too good. He doesn't have the best agility and acceleration, but I think that speed is enough to pick up. And these other guys probably won't be anything special. Yeah, let's go with Rowe. He can at least be very fast. He's a 56. That's not really what I was looking for here. 94 speed. That's what I was looking for. Pretty good kick returner. 87 agility is actually pretty good. Okay, yeah, he can definitely be a kick returner for us. I'm comfortable with that draft pick. I think now it's time to potentially go with a kicker. Let's see if Randy Bullock can lose his job because, he missed a couple kicks for us. He's not perfect. Reed Ambrose. It's actually, I can probably go either him or a punter. I like the accuracy on Ambrose. Welcome to the team. He's a 65 overall, normal development, but, 87 kick power, 80 kick accuracy, 78 speed though. Yeah, I don't think he's making the team. Figured I'd give him a shot. The last player I have on my draft board is a punter, Anthony Weber. All right, you're on the team. 68 overall, 92 kick power, 76 kick accuracy. That might actually be better than Huber. We'll have to compare the two. I'm sure you guys are all curious about what Heath Yankee was all about. 6'4" defensive tackle out of Vanderbilt. Ridiculous stats there, man. 91 strength, 82 block shed, 76 power move, 76 awareness, 84 tackling. The most important part, though, what is his dev? The Cardinals got a superstar 80 overall defensive tackle. That's going to help their team out a lot. Also, I'm sure so many of you punched your screen when I didn't take Desmond Bowman. I'm so sorry. He had 96 speed, 81 man, 70 zone, 73 press. If he's an X factor, I may punch my screen. He is superstar, man. I could have used that. I could have used that, man, but hopefully our guys have better dev. I really hope they do. The last player I would like to show off here is Gary Eckel. He was actually originally the first player I wanted. And then we decided to go middle linebacker instead. He looks so good still. We need to see his development as well. He's a star. Okay, so at least it's not superstar. That still would have been a great pick for us if we ended up landing him. Alright, well, without further ado, let's meet your 2020 NFL draft class for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hey guys, Bengal here. Going to give you a quick breakdown on the Cincinnati Bengals 2020 NFL draft class, some of my thoughts and takes, and we'll go over these guys and see how they might make an impact in this 2020 NFL calendar year. First up with Joe Rodriguez, 6'3", 233 pounds, out of Miami. This guy's a linebacker, and how he fits into the Bengals, even though Jermaine Pratt and Geno Atkins had historic seasons, the Bengals still had one of the bottom defenses in the NFL. The most recent Heisman winner should help out immensely on that side of the ball. Rodriguez has fantastic speed for his size, above average cover ability, and has clearly shown his tackling prowess as he led the ACC in tackles for the Hurricanes. This was a no-brainer pick for me, and Rodriguez should immediately make an impact for the Bengals. With their second first-round pick, the Bengals go for Andy Dalton's replacement, a towering 6'5", 222-pound quarterback for the Cox down in South Carolina in Cameron Sutter. Now, it's not easy to replace the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and I'm not too sure that Sutter will be a capable starter year one. The substantial lack of quarterback talent on this team suggests that Sutter will start week one, but I just can't get behind this guy. He wasn't good in college, but his draft stock rocketed after the combine, where he tested far better than any other quarterback. There are still many concerns, though, as he struggled to read defenses, move through progressions, and consistently throw accurately. He also has a tendency to always go for it all rather than take what the defense gives him. To me, this guy is not a week one starter and will maybe someday make for a good backup. Kevin Pack, a 6'3", 290-pound defensive tackle for the Cougars up there in Washington. The Washington State big defensive lineman is a player I'm excited to see at the next level. Pack was electric in college. He played all over the defensive line, shifting from rushing off the edge to plugging up the middle at an interior position, whether it's nose tackle, whether that's at a 3 technique. Pack was versatile and amazing. His PFF grade of 93.4 last season was good for number 1 among qualifying DTs, and I'm surprised he wasn't taken off the board even earlier. Look for him to pair with Geno Atkins and be a key piece of what looks like one of the more dominant defensive lines going into the next season. And now Ron Fletcher, 5'10", 197 pounds. He's a free safety for maybe the true USC. Of course, another Gamecock there earlier. This is actually a Trojan in Ron Fletcher. He's got tremendous upside at that free safety, at that playmaker position in the secondary. He's also a player who can contribute almost nothing early on. Near the beginning of last year's season, Fletcher was highly regarded as the top defensive back of all draft-eligible players, but then, of course, his season came to an abrupt halt. He tore his ACL against the BYU Cougars early on, he lost his first-round grade, and he certainly has a talent to compete with these other first-rounders, but his injury history made it difficult for a team to take a chance on him. The Bengals landed him in the second round. I think that this is a bit early. Several people seem to have forgotten about his hamstring problem that forced him to be redshirted his freshman year. If this player can stay healthy, the Bengals may have gotten a steal, but we'll just have to see. It's been no secret about the Bengals' offensive tackle issues, and maybe they try to solve that with Nick Haynes, 6'5", 308 pounds, left tackle from Mississippi State. He's another player who fell down draft boards throughout the season. He's another guy who was once projected to go day one, but all that changed when off-the-field issues came into the light. Now, I don't want to dwell on them too much, but I believe Haynes has changed. I think he will stay on the field all 16 games this year. He's very talented, and this will be a player to keep a very close eye on if you're a Bengals fan. And I know I am. That's my favorite team. Another tackle here, this one a bit larger than Haynes, and Bubba McKnight, 6'6", 324 pounds, also a blindside tackle from NC State. This player seems to be the safety option for Haynes. Haynes certainly has more upside, but McKnight has no off-the-field issues. He's just a solid left tackle that somehow fell down draft boards. This may be due to his less than ideal agility at the combine and on tape, but the dude is massive and put up 40 reps of 225. I like this player a lot, and he also adds versatility to that offensive line as he shifted around quite a bit in college. And with the last pick of the 2020 NFL draft class for the Cincinnati Bengals, they went with Caleb Hines, small, kind of slot-style receiver, and Caleb Hines, 5'9", only 192 pounds, a wide receiver from North Dakota. And with the offseason the Bengals had, it's clear that they didn't prioritize wide receiver. They didn't draft Hines to be a starting wide receiver. Hines was likely drafted because of what he brings to the table as a returner. He ran the fastest 40 of any receiver and tested well in the agility and acceleration drills. This should be another fun player to watch, as I expect him to score multiple times this year, whether it's on offense in limited snaps or as a returner. But that is going to wrap up the 2020 NFL Draft for the Cincinnati Bengals. Definitely make sure to let me know down in the comments section what you think. I'll hand you guys back over to Shrammy.
Now, I hope that worked out as well as I imagine it working out in my head. Because obviously, I didn't edit that together yet, but, I'm really hoping it worked out. If it did work out, huge, massive shout-outs to GoldGlover9, right? So he was the one who actually recorded all of those NCAA 14 cinematics for me and really made that happen. Thank you so much. I'm going to put both of these people's links are going to be in the description. But huge shout-out to GoldGlover9. Of course, he has a YouTube channel. Definitely go check it out. He has some YouTube series going on. Great YouTuber. Definitely go check it out. And then also, obviously, you guys should have known who the second one was. Massive shout-out to Bengal. I'm so happy that I could actually get him on this video. A few of you guys have told me to try to do something with him, and I thought this would be a pretty cool idea. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that idea, and hopefully you enjoyed this video in general. Next episode will be the preseason of Season 2. We can potentially have some positional battles here and see how some of these rookies play, in the preseason. I'll also spend the experience points before next episode, or actually during next episode. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.